Welcome, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, to the month of December 2023. It's a breath of fresh air after the intensity of the last couple of months, and you got some sweet glow up from Lord Venus as she moves through your ninth house and gives you a sense of more solid well-being, especially emotionally, also physically. And you could also have some great opportunities to do with travel and foreign lands, especially romance and foreign lands as well. You do have some sweet spots as well going on in your social life this month of December, where things will look really lovely for you and you're getting some deep, authentic enjoyment of social time with people you enjoy. It's a nice month, nothing too hard, quite sweet. Let's get going and talk about it for you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, whole sign houses, and I love the minor stars and asteroids. I'm helping you time your best life using astrology as a navigational tool. By the way, I have a promotion this month. I'm going to spend 30 seconds telling you about it or less. My Patreon community for $5 a month minimum tier gets early access, ad-free content from me. And to entice you to try me out, you can get access to 3 courses for free. Chiron, Your Key to Purpose, and Synastry class, Are You My Person, are both free replay classes that you would have to buy for $30, but now you get them for free if you come to my Patreon group and try me out for 1 month. And I'm teaching a live class in December about how to use Chiron for timing, and you can join me in that class as well by signing up for my Patreon as a trial. If you don't want to stay, you still get those gifts from me. So just give me a try and see what you think. This is a band of sun, by the way, that I cannot remove from my body no matter what, because I'm traveling and I'm just trying to find any location to record, and the lighting is rather weird. So I apologize. I know it kind of looks strange. So let's talk about you. You're a being who has Saturn moving through your Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising territory ever since March of last year. And this means that until 2026, you've got a lot of serious wisdom, contemplation, sagacity. You're becoming more sober-minded, realistic about your life, which is wonderful. And, you're helping stabilize some things that have been unstable since 2011, when Neptune kind of fogged you out, made you less motivated, unsure, wishy-washy, and maybe confused. So now you're coming into a really clarifying window in the next 3 years. And adding to that, supporting that, being a part of that, is Venus in the month of December, because on December 4th, all the way through to the end of the month, basically, she's traveling through Scorpio, and that enlivens you, because as she does that transit through your ninth house of God, higher education, third marriages, spiritual philosophy, and beliefs, book publishing, she's beaming her love at you. This can make you just feel good, feel better than you usually do, and also make you feel lucky. And you may actually just be lucky, because the ninth house is a Lakshmi house, a wealth and prosperity and luck house. And she's bringing that energy to you by virtue of a trine, a water trine from Scorpio to Pisces. Now, this happens on the yearly, and this is one of those times of years where you feel her beneficence. But she's also tied to what the priorities of Mars are, because Mars's house is Scorpio, where she is a bit in detriment. So she's trying to please Mars, who is moving through your 10th house of career and reputation. If you're in a job or career path that isn't for you, that you don't like, believe me, you'll quit or be fired if you're not careful, because Mars up here is got a sword. So if you want to quit a job, fine. If you don't want to, be careful. You could end up declaring yourself out of there in an anger fit. If you're unemployed or retired or something like that, Mars up here is the charge of directionality, of decisions, of action and will. And you may, as Mars moves through Sagittarius, November 24th to January 4th, so all of December, be really trying to motivate yourself, to structure yourself, to have willpower about what it is you wish to do in your retirement, in your between the job state. So there's some drive, passion, and will being activated. Venus is trying to support that by working it from your ninth house of God. She says your career path, therefore, she's telling Mars, should be really importantly spiritually aligned, dharmically aligned, meaningful to you in some fundamental way. If you're single, you could get involved in a romance, foreign lands, and travel, of course, with Venus in your ninth house during December, right? So keep that in mind too. Now, One of the things about Mars moving through the 10th house is that it often can look like combat or difficulty in career situations if it's not hard work and passion. So be careful for arguments or disagreements with colleagues, coworkers, or particularly people in power so that you don't blow out, because you don't have to blow out here. You have a choice. So this can be a difficult time if you're having any disagreements with those people in your workspace where you or they lose their temper and somebody goes over the top and you get fired, or they quit the job, and you're managing them and you should have been kinder. So just watch that intensity of Mars's transit through the 10th house. Now, Mars just did a cazimi in your 9th house of God, and that's an important 2-year reset for you as a Pisces. So go listen to my cazimi video that just came out. The description box link is below. You want to know how your whole life is changing in that 9th house, foreign shore, foreign land, third marriage part of your sky. So that's another video to go back and watch. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's trending really nicely. I think it's almost 40,000 people have viewed it since I put it out 3 days ago. I'm recording early on November 19th for my Patreon community. You guys get this stuff like a week later, right? So you might want to try me out on Patreon. Venus is trining. Oh, sorry. Let me say one more thing. Mars. It's not common, but the old workers' compensation, this can lead to accidents in the workplace. So just be cautious again that if your boss tells you to climb a ladder and hang a painting, you think it's too high for you, just be careful you don't injure yourself in a work environment or workplace situation. And lastly, travel for work. Sometimes Mars in Sag means I'm traveling for my work. I'm on an airplane. I'm flying the friendly skies. That could be December through to January 4th. Now, I want to say one thing about Venus when she's moving through Scorpio. And back to Venus. She does two things that are gnarly as she goes through Scorpio this month. She opposes Jupiter in your 3rd house, and then she later opposes Uranus. The first one is the 9th and 10th of December, where she comes into a tug of war with the god of opportunity, the god of abundance and prosperity, retrograding through your house of younger sibling, cousins, neighbors, writing projects, online world, local and virtual neighborhoods, and trips and travel. Because Venus is in a travel house, Mercury and Jupiter's in a travel house, there's a lot of travel energy going on here. These are also educational houses. So some kind of eruptive conflict in educational or travel areas of your life, or even legal and court matters with Venus in the house of courts, can be occurring, especially if it's legal matters involving siblings, cousins, or neighbors, can be disruptively occurring December 9th and the 10th. Keep that in mind. Like a trip disruption, a court situation that's disruptive, a neighbor situation that's difficult, a learning situation that's not comfortable or unexpectedly difficult. Well, later on the 20th and 21st, she opposes Uranus on the same axis. Uranus is just unexpected, surprising, or shocking events. It could be about a sibling, could be about a neighbor, could be about a cousin, could be about something in your online world. But Venus is in opposition to it. She's not agreeing with it. She's having some challenges. But she is a money and love goddess. So you could have a blowout about finances with a sibling, unexpected situation with a travel plan that goes hugely in an unexpected direction, because of Uranus is in a travel house as well. Jupiter's retrograde, if you are traveling, it's likely to some place you've been before. And there could be something like, I don't know, the airline goes bankrupt and locks down all flights or something, some crazy ass unexpected disruption around travel. Now, everyone does travel in December, and the 2021 is no exception. Of course, it's close to Christmas. So be really careful and make sure that you know exactly that your travel plans are firewall proof and everything can go okay, because it looks like any plans you may have for travel could disrupt here. Now, let's go back to the happier stories. Mercury is moving into your house of good spirit. December 1st through to 22nd of December, he's up there and he's providing you some real important prosperity. Possibly, if you are at all somebody who is a marketer or a seller or makes money in any particular way connected to, I don't know, like reaching large groups of people with a message, or selling to large groups of people, or being very popular with large groups of people. I don't know, like you're an online social influencer, or you work with large groups of people. Mercury's expanding your resourcefulness in that area. He's creating a greater degree of success for you. On the 22nd of the month, he will backtrack because he will retrograde starting on December the 2nd. He will backtrack into your career and reputation space where Mars is. And so there we have contracts, deals, and negotiations the 22nd to the end of the month, with lots of change involved in that career story. When Mercury is, however, still in the first 3 weeks of the month in your 11th house, when he retrogrades on the 12th, 13th, friends from the past, siblings you've been out of touch with, especially older allies and benefactors from the past, come to you, especially powerful or wealthy ones with Pluto up there in Capricorn, and are making messages, text messages, phone call communications to you, likely about career opportunities, because that's where he's headed next, right? When he retrogrades in the 22nd, 23rd into Sag. So a career opportunity from an old friend, a sibling, somebody in power, an ally, a benefactor, someone who wants to favor you, who acts like an older sibling. These are things that are already in motion, because the retrograde on the 12th backwards of December suggests these are things that have already begun and have already been seeded, and they're coming back from the past. So a job opportunity from a friend, an ally, a benefactor from the past returning to you. Possibly as well, when Mercury retrogrades on that threshold into your 10th house with Mars there, there can be a severing of a legal contract where somebody breaks a contract in the work environment. It can be you, it can be somebody else you're with. And there's a contractual breaking as another way of seeing, like the 22nd of December through to January 1st. We will now go in a very methodical way through the dates of the month. But remember, I've already mentioned a few of these, so I'll just touch on them lightly this time. And then we'll go into the end of this particular reading. Let's see at the end of the day if I can get the sunlight right off of me. Not bad. I'm blurry because it's low light, but it's better than being blinded by the light, right? And this makeshift stand won't tip over, I hope. Okay, so guys, production values are down in the month of December. Let's get rolling and talk about the times. Mercury, and December 1st to the 3rd, Mercury in Capricorn flows in the sextile of love to Venus in the house of you. This is going to be some really good news about or from a friend, benefactor, ally, or sibling. Phone call, email, text messages. Yay, first week of December looks really good on you. Or some greater financial gain coming from your selling, marketing, and messaging in your house of career gains, possibly coming through and making you feel very solid and very good on the first few days of December. Then December 5th to 6th, Venus adds some spice to the story as she moves through your 9th house of foreign travel, foreign lands, legal and court matters, academic settings. She flows in a positive conversation to Saturn in the house of you. You're receiving the goodness, and you're like, oh, that's wonderful. My ticket's booked. My travel thing worked out. The judge ruled in my favor. The courts are going my way. The lawyer says, you got this. It's all working out. Venus is a prosperity goddess. Money coming through legal or court matters could be showing up for you somewhere around that time of December 5th and 6th. And then on December 7th and the 9th, Mercury will trine Jupiter. Mercury is a god of news, information, and phone calls, and all the news is fit to print. He's still direct in your 11th house of good spirit, where he's ginning up more money for you if you need it, especially even windfalls sometimes, little pennies from heaven. And he loves up Jupiter in the third house. Now, you could have an unexpected financial prosperity moment, not even unexpected, just a financial prosperity moment coming through December 7th to the 9th. And it would come from the area of the chart that represents siblings, neighbors, travel, and learning environments. But then again, the 17th to the 19th is back, because when Mercury's retrograding, he does it again, and he'll do it again in January. So this is an ongoing 11th house, third house matter. The prosperity, abundance, and goodness can be in your online world, through writing projects, through trips and travel, through siblings, through benefactors or allies and powerful people trying to help you prosper. But it looks like there's a lot of travel opportunity in the month of December. And some of it is for your money and career story, right? Not just for fun and pleasure and leisure. You may travel also because of connections to siblings as well. And so look for the 7th to the 9th and 17th to the 19th to be about those narratives. And they're very fortunate for you. Commercial success is very Jupiter Mercury. So you could have some really good money success going on here at this time. Then we move into the story of, chronologically, Venus opposite Jupiter that I mentioned. Oops, I forgot. December 7th to the I just did that. Then Venus, December 9th to the 10th, opposing Jupiter. I told you there's that conflict energy between Third house matters. Looks like travel or educational disruption for the most part, or disconnections or disagreements going on. Again, that's the 9th to the 10th of December. And then December 11th and the 12th, Mercury will flow to Venus. Well, Mercury in your 11th, sextiling Venus in your 9th, signing a deal, negotiating a contract, finalizing a legal settlement to do with travel, foreign lands, courts, and legal matters, or accepting the university acceptance, getting your acceptance letter to a university, signing on the dotted line about educational settings and situations are all possibilities here. Getting married in a foreign country and making a marriage legal. I mean, just all kinds of things could happen with Mercury in Capricorn and Venus in your 9th house in Scorpio during this time. Because Venus is trying to please Mars, a lot of this is very professional. So professional agreements around travel and financial opportunities as well, coming up in the sky for you in a very harmonious and flowing way, December 11th to the 12th. Then a difficult sky, December 16th to the 17th. The sun squares Neptune. Neptune is all about you. You've been getting enlightened or confused. You've been getting dreamy and visionary, but he's in your house since 2011 as a Pisces rising, sun and moon secondarily. And the sun in the top of the sky can be an authority figure in a work situation, giving you some kind of difficulty that is not in alignment with your visionary, dreamy sense of what is possible. It can be also just literally a clearing up some confusion you had about a work or career opportunity, and it's nothing more than that. Then we can look forward to the energy of a cazimi this month. That is when Mercury meets the sun and they join this time together at a perfect 0 degrees of Capricorn and 0 degrees and 39 minutes of Capricorn, resetting you in your 11th house of good spirit. The 11th house of good spirit reset button is in divine download possibility for a way to have a new dream or vision for your life, your longer range plans, goals, and wishes for your success and your career actions in the world. But you may also get a very powerful portal of some information or news from a friend, a sibling, older sibling, or ally coming through on December 22nd. It's going to be something you can harness. You don't just have to wait for it to happen. It does sextile you in a flowing way as a Pisces. It's very fortunate energy because pennies from heaven are here. Windfalls are here as well. So you might want to harness this reset in this 11th house of good spirit, karmic rewards, and all positive things by taking my webinar that's free probably on the 20th of December. The sign up button will be in the description link below. Just come join me. It will fill up and you'll get to learn about the asteroids and stars that are involved in the cazimi and maybe how to use this to your best ability before it happens. Certainly it's something that's it's very magical. Mercury is in the heart of the sun, really close to Earth. So you can use it as almost a magical election or a portal. So you want to learn how to do that, come to my free class on probably the 20th of December. In the meantime, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to try me out, like, subscribe. Remember, I have a Patreon enticement plan to get a bunch of free gifts from me for just trying me out at Patreon during the month of December. And of course, my 2024 All Signs videos are out and out for sale now. Everything you need to know is in my description box below. Thank you. I wish you guys a wonderful Christmas and a beautiful December. It is an easier month than we've had before. Certainly better than October, November, hopefully for the world as well as each of us individually. Take very good care and ciao for now. Bye-bye.